the three people that were with me. That's my sister and my two brothers. Are they still here? Are they with us?
He
Please.
he seems confused. He says, but Mr. Farmer, in the crash, we found there were four people.
Right, right. That one's our estranged uncle. We don't talk about him much, so I didn't care for much. Is he okay?
He kind of gets a somber look and kind of like looks away and says, your family, we are we are attempting to revive them,
You're
but
oh,
something has been done to them that before the crash.
don't okay. That yes, they're fine. Just keep them on
Oh.
life support. They're I am a doctor. They will not be able to be resuscitated. Trust me. Just keep them breathing. That's all you gotta worry about. Don't cut into them. Maybe the big guy. Feel free to cut in you if you. He's kind of an asshole, but if you want to cut into anyone else, don't. Just don't do it. You're not gonna be able to help them.
All right, make a persuade check against this guy.
Okay. Persuade is 1 with charisma. 6 plus 2. 13.
Nice. Okay. All right. So he's like, yeah. He says, very well, very well. I am ready to admit that we do not understand this condition that they are in. But if you say that they are safe, you came here on that ship, you know better than we do. Would you like us to communicate with the exchange station? Have them send a message, someone to come pick you up?
No, 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 no. Is the ship all right? Is it in ruins?
He says, no. For having the entire crew unconscious, it was a surprisingly safe landing. Just there are not many safe places on this planet for a ship such as that.
Where is the ship right now?
We did not know how to operate it, and so left it where it landed. All of
Perfect.
the fires have been put out. It is under guard now. We have asked the government to advise us in this matter.
Perfect. How long? I kind of like look around and say, I estimate I can be walking in 24 hours. Like give him a smile. What is he? How does he react to that?
He says, "Well, as an off-worlder, my personal choice would be to keep you here until you're well, but of course you do not have insurance, and so we have contacted the Homeland Federation, and they will be sending an agent to discuss this with you.
Oh,
It's
for
not my
fuck's
place."
sake!
Uh,
Can we get some crutches? I need to go to the ship as soon as possible. As soon as you'll release me, I would like to leave.
he says, it really would be best for you to stay here. And you notice that while he's saying this, he's like backing slowly out of the room. Like, okay, we'll talk about this later. Okay, just go back to sleep. And he like kind of backs towards the hallway.
So
And it's
I
like,
guess as he's doing that, I'm just like, oh, I can feel the morphine now, and I just kind of like fake fall back and act like I'm asleep in the
all right,
bed.
okay. All right, so the two of them leave the room. The door closes, and there's a little light on the side of the door that goes from green to red.
Yeah.
And you can see the guy, kind of like the bigger dude, just like lingering in the hallway.
Okay. So no one else is in the room?
No.
Okay. I like peek open with one eye and make sure that there's nothing else in the room. And I look over.
Just the window. Yeah, just the window.
Do I have like one of those walking things? Like where all the IV bag is hanging from the drip?
Oh yeah. You can take it with you.
Yeah. So like I clasp onto that and use that as kind of a crutch and try to
Okay.
stand myself up so I can look outside the window.
Okay. So you approach the window, and as you get closer, you realize that it's like a sheet of glass, and then about a foot, and then like a big LCD, and the like night view that you were seeing is just like a repeating loop. Like the same bird flies by the window every like 15 seconds or so.
I'm just like shit. If I can, I want to go back over to the locker and like get dressed, but I didn't
Sure.
see any gun or anything in there, right?
No, they took your gun. For sure.
Did they take my identification?
Yeah, the only things you have are your clothes. Basically, if you wanted to have like, I mean, you're a con artist or whatever. If you want to have like a secret pocket in your jacket that you like secreted something away in, you can make a luck roll for that. Like maybe like a backup comm or something.
All right, I'll definitely make that luck roll. My luck is 14. That's a 9. Nope.
Okay. No, yeah, they found that.
Okay, I do my best to get dressed without, and if I I turned the machine off before taking off all the nodes on my body and stuff.
Okay.
And then take everything out and get dressed. Still using the like. Am I still having a hard time standing?
Yeah, you're still super weak. Though you don't know if it's because they've been pumping you full of drugs or because like there's something actually wrong with you.
Right. Can I go and read the drip bag? Does it have any form?
It's in Hebrew.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
I kind of wait. I kind of kill like 20 or 30 minutes just standing in the room to see if my condition improves or not.
Yeah. I mean, the haziness and the like limb weakness and stuff passes, and it's replaced by agonizing pain.
So I'm just in a shit ton of pain.
Not enough to like cripple you, but it's incredibly distracting, and like you can feel like shooting pains in your legs, and like while you're dressing, you notice you have like really bad bruises like all over your torso. The crash was not kind to you.
If I look at the bottom of the door, do I see someone's shadow pacing back and forth, or is it still? Can I see anything?
If you waited like a half an hour, no, it's still.
Is there any portal on the door itself to look outside?
Yeah, there's a little glass rectangle with that like wire meshing behind it.
Okay, I kind of like I want to peer out and see if there's anything on each side.
Yeah, you see a hallway painted in the same sort of dull off-white color that the room is, and it goes off in both directions with doors. You can't really like get a good view, but yeah, it doesn't look like there's anyone standing outside.
Okay, is it just a simple handle and the door opens inward?
It has a metal handle that turns sideways, but there's also like a little like panel next to it with a little red light on it.
I guess if I try the door, it's locked.
Yeah, you pull it. And
does this look like a pad that I could like remove and try to rewire so I could crack the door?
You could try, yeah. What are you gonna crack the panel open with?
Can I just pull on it? Like, is it shoddy enough to where I can just try to rip it?
No, it's pretty. Like you're gonna like decently like the hospital's nice. So yeah, you can just yank it off. If you get a sharp object under there and crack it open, you might be able to.
Yeah, they didn't leave like any scalpels or tools or anything in here, right? Is it like a doctor's office where it has like all the cupboards and stuff on the side that would have?
No, it's like a hospital room.
Okay. I look around the room for anything that I could use as like a fulcrum or whatever. So
the room just has the bed, the sheets on the bed, the like bedding, your IVs.
Was it a coat hanger hanging all my stuff, or was it?
No, it's hanging on a peg.
Can I pull the peg off?
Maybe. It's not like it's a round like it's not like sharp or anything.
Oh, so I can use it to like pry something.
Yeah.
Have they been bringing me any food?
No, not that you can see. I mean, you're probably being fed intravenously.
What about the window panel? Is there anything I could break from the window panel to use to pry the door open?
The window is made out of glass.
You said the window sticks out an inch?
There's like the window is sort of built into the wall, the glass part, and then there's like a section that's about an inch deep or whatever.
Does it have bars on it?
No, but I mean, there's nowhere to go, right? They just put the glass there to make it seem like a window.
I take the gown that I was in and cover the window, and then lightly just start like hammering on it, trying to get it to break.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you'll have to give it a good hard like smack to break it.
Yeah. I do very, very carefully. Like, I don't want to cut myself, and I also don't want to make a lot of noise. And before even doing all that, I check to make sure there's not some like security on it to make sure it's gonna go off if there's an alarm or anything. And then I just break the window.
Okay. Do you have any skills that would be applicable to this situation?
Stealth.
Yeah. Okay.
I have one in stealth.
Sure. Yeah. Make a stealth roll. Sure.
What is that based off of? Dex?
Dex. Yeah.
Why did I ask that? It's just a 0 now.
Okay.
So
all right.
like, I do it very silently, and then I just go, just like
right through it. Panes of glass everywhere. Cut your arm.
Yeah.
No, you break the glass, an alarm goes off. The orderly comes back in. Maybe another orderly comes in. You get restrained. There's a whole thing, and later you were like tied to your bed. And then they load you up with painkillers and you black back out.
God damn it. Okay.
So
I'm not gonna waste a reroll on that, chat.
So several days later for Higgs, but for the rest of y'all, I think what was the highest roll that you got, Victor, for putting anyone out?
It was on
you,
Victor's.
Right?
Yeah, he made a perfect
11.
roll.
Okay. So Victor, you wake up, and you're in like a concrete like room, like a small concrete room, and you're lying on like a metal bed. You're also like in a hospital gown or whatever, but there's no effort that's been made to make this place seem like friendly at all. Like
Yeah.
just in a concrete box.
Yeah.
It smells like stale and of sweat. There's like a drain in the floor.
Yeah.
And you also have like some medical equipment connected to you, monitoring your condition. But yeah, you wake up.
I look around, like, the medical equipment that's monitoring me, does it all look normal for, like, someone who's in my state? Or is there anything strange about, like, you know, any special drugs that might be dripping into me, or, you know?
I mean, it's all like several hundred years old. Like,
Okay.
not actually, but it's like it would be like waking up in a Victorian hospital now. Like, it's all made out of like metal and like regular plastic and shit.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Yeah.
so unsanitary.
Yeah.
Like, I guess I've got a
Probably more
breathing
than
tube
mall.
in.
Yeah,
Okay, there's a door.
there is. Yeah.
Like, I just sort of test my muscles, like basically starting toes, calves, thighs, hams, glutes, you know, abs, just testing my way up my body to make sure I can move everything. And like, do I feel like I'm very weak, or?
You're you're pretty weak, definitely.
Okay.
I mean, you could probably stand, but
Do I have an IV drip?
yeah.
Okay. And like, there are monitors attached to me to monitor my heart rate, breathing, stuff like that.
Yeah, you also have like stitches on your like ribs that
Yeah.
you notice when you're doing the like inventory.
Uh-huh.
Though they don't look like surgery stitches, they look like fixing a bad wound stitches.
Okay, so like maybe I had a laceration in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is there a call button?
No, definitely not.
Okay. There's a light on.
Yeah, there's a light coming from like under the door, and then like a single bulb like hanging from the ceiling.
Can I hear anything other than the machines?
No.
Okay. Hmm.
What?
Tough one. Like, you know, I kind of just want to wait for a little while.
Okay.
You know, like, I've been in, I probably studied medical history through my schooling or something like that. I'm familiar enough with medicine to know that I don't necessarily want to like just fuck around with my situation. But, now that I'm awake, I'm kind of tired of being incapacitated and, feeling antsy to get somebody to come in.
Yeah,
here
I
and
mean,
tell me
yeah,
what's
you're
going on.
super groggy. You have no idea how long has passed.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just wait for someone to come check on you?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, I guess I wait for like a couple hours, just sort of like fading in and out of naps or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Weakness
if
and
it,
boredom.
yeah, but if it feels like it's been, like, if I feel like I'm starting to get really bored, then yeah, I do sort of start to get up.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, you don't know how many hours passed, but a long time. Like, it might only be a little while, but it feels like forever.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, there's like a metal slot on the door that opens.
Okay.
And light comes through. You see someone's like a sort of stern-looking like eyes like peer in and look, and then say something to someone else in a language you don't understand.
Yeah.
And then the thing like slams shut.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then you hear like boots, like someone walking away, like two sets of them walking away.
Okay. Can I, like, is there any way for me to jury-rig this medical equipment to make it seem like it's still functioning on me while I am up and about and moving and not, fully hooked up?
Sure. Make a difficulty to like 10 post-tech check.
Post-tech.
Yep.
I'm not too good in post-tech.
You can do it.
Close, but no cigar. All right. So yeah, no, it's not like, I mean, it's ancient tech, right? You're like,
Yeah.
wires, and you short one of them out, and it like stops working. But they don't seem to go off. Like there's no alarms or anything. And yeah, you get finished up with that, or working on it. When you hear a heavy like metal like grinding sound from outside, and the door like snaps open, and someone comes in really quickly. You catch the briefest glimpse of like urban camo, like the gray and white camo, before someone like starts like hitting you with a baton.
Oh, good.
What are you gonna do? It hurts really bad.
I would like to pull out my
they're
fully
shouting
semi-automatic pistol.
Yeah, from your butt. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
They're shouting at you in a language you understand, and like hitting you with this like metal club.
Yeah, no, I grab the medical equipment like next to me,
Yeah.
and I just like Hulk swing it into them.
Okay, all right. And so it turns from a, like them trying to physically intimidate you into a you fighting back.
Absolutely.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll. Their armor class is 6.
Oh shit. So it's roll 1d20 plus 6, I guess.
Do you have unarmed?
No, but I have +1 strength,
Okay, yeah, so 0.
so it's just +6. No.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Negative.
All right, so they're gonna take. What's your? Oh, you're not wearing any armor, seriously?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
Ow.
Okay, so you take two points of hit point damage.
How much hit point damage did I already have?
You're at the same amount of hit points as before. You're just in a weakened state.
Okay.
You've had lots of time to rest. But yeah, this guy is like shouting at you, and it goes from like, I'm kind of tapping you to intimidate you, to like, oh, this is how it's gonna be, and he like grabs the IV and throws it aside, and then just hits you in the head as hard as he can.
Okay.
Your vision swims. You get sudden bright lights. You want to keep fighting back?
Oh yeah, no, I just like punch this guy in the face.
Okay.
Ugh.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So he wails on you again
Okay, good.
for another damage.
Yeah, no, I just say, bring it, bitches. Are there any scalpels in here anywhere?
No.
Oh, damn it.
So you're kind of getting driven into the back corner of the room by this dude.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to subdue you. Like, he's just going to keep hitting you till you get knocked unconscious, or till you give up.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get
You're
knocked
fighting
unconscious.
back?
Yeah. So I miss him again.
All right. Okay. We'll just keep rolling this out.
I'm going out fighting on this one.
Okay.
Nobody puts Victor
Sure.
Kovacs into a
You wanna
military
just
installation.
keep trading blows? All right.
Yeah. Roll that damage.
All right. How many hit points you got left?
3.
Not anymore.
Damn it.
All right. So you get knocked out, and the last thing you remember is just this like club coming down on your head, and the guy turning around and talking to someone else who's in the door, and you can vaguely make out like they're wearing like glasses and like a black like sort of business suit.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of you pass out. So that went well for you.
Yeah. No, that was good.
Yep.
If his objective was to get knocked the fuck out, it went pretty well.
Look, I went
Mission
out fighting
accomplished.
for my bros.
Mission accomplished.
Good job.
Okay, so you you're out. Higgs, the next day, and you're guessing the day because the panel behind the glass that you broke goes from like night scene to morning scene and then to day scene.
Right.
And an orderly comes back in. It's a different guy. It's like day shift guy. Comes in, and he's accompanied by a man in a dark blue suit with a tie. He's holding a data pad. He's young, like youngish. He's like in his early 30s. Dark hair, kind of like a darkish complexion, sort of Mediterranean looking maybe. And he comes in and doesn't say anything. And the orderly comes over, and in like not very good like English, he's like, "You will behave," like points at you, and you can't tell if it's a question or a statement.
Is a guy like, what is he wearing? This guy,
The
It's not
orderly?
not the guy that you, not the orderly, the other guy.
Yeah, just wearing like the business suit and the
Oh,
tie, and yeah, that's the guy in the back. The orderly's wearing just like scrubs.
am I restrained?
Yeah. You're held down at the shoulders by like a leather strap, and then at your legs.
Am I muzzled?
No.
I look at him and I just kind of like nod.
Okay. All right. He takes a step back, but he doesn't like touch the medical equipment or whatever. He grabs a metal chair that they've brought into the room while you were asleep, and he puts it down by your bed, and then takes a step back, just outside of sort of privacy range. He'll still be able to hear the conversation, but he's acting like he can't, and kind of like tries to pretend he's not paying attention.
Okay.
And the guy in the suit comes over and sort of stands behind the chair and looks at you, and looks at his data pad for a minute, kind of flips through it, looks at you again, and he says, he's like, "Welcome to El Ahaba, Nathan." And he sits down in the chair.
Uh-oh.
I'm just like, I look around the room. Who else? How many other people are in the room?
Just the three of you. You, the orderly, and this guy.
Thank you. It seems you're quite accommodating. Can we have the room, please? Just me and you? Seems like you're the one in charge here, and I do have some information I'd like to share, but I don't think it's for all the ears in the room.
He says, the orderly barely understands us to begin with, and based on your behavior last night, you'll forgive me if I feel safer with him here.
Well, I'm not a mass murderer. I'm about as far as that as you can be. I'm restrained, you idiot. Can you please just have him leave the room?
He shakes his head. He's like, "I'm sorry, Mr. Farmer. This is how it's going to be."
The information is not for his ears. It is much too dire, sir. You understand what I'm saying?
Make a persuade check.
What is that? 2, 6 plus 2, 8.
I think if you can, like, give him a little bit, but not everything. Like, try to tell him something that would convince him that.
Did you find some strange stuff on that ship that we landed in? You having a little bit of difficulty figuring everything out?
He sort of squints at you and he says, perhaps we should talk, get to know each other a little bit better before you try to start negotiating with me, Mr. Farmer.
I'm not negotiating. I'm just trying to save your planet.
He shakes his head. He's like, "This isn't my planet, Mr. Farmer."
Shit. I just kind of like look. I look out the other way and look at the window and just bite my tongue. I just don't say anything and wait for him to talk.
Okay. He says, "Your ship, the Swan Song. We have it safe and sound. It's a bit worse for wear. Interesting computer system you have. Would you like to tell me about that?"
I turn from looking at the window and turn back over to him. I'm just like,
Oh, shit.
yeah, did he fuck your shit up yet?
He kind of like leans in a little bit and he says, "Unbraked artificial intelligence is a very serious crime, Mr. Farmer."
Yeah. Did you at least contain him?
He says, "You're lucky. This planet's technology is not sufficient to allow your ship's passenger to escape.
So
We're
he's still on the
restrained.
ship?
We're performing tests.
I would be careful. He's probably performing stuff on you.
We have some experience in this regard."
Oh, fuck.
Well, did he tell you his name?
He kind of like looks at you and shakes his head and he's like, "I don't understand why you keep referring to it as if it were a person."
When you've seen what Mr. Beelzebub can do, that's the nickname that we call him on the ship, Mr. Beelzebub. You'll start to understand why we refer to him in that way.
"Tell me a little bit about the human crew of your ship, Mr. Farmer."
Well, we've got a
Who are
cook,
they?
we've got a science guy, and some person from Europe or parts of Europe,
Space Europe.
Space Europa.
New Europa. He says, "Are you aware that your cook is a wanted war criminal.
No, he always just cooked the best lobster bisque, and that's it.
Is this entertaining to you? Are you enjoying yourself, Higgins?
Usually when I'm tied down, there's more women involved.
He says,
all I say.
I'm trying to be polite with you. We can maintain this illusion if you like. I can have you disappear. You can never leave this planet again if you so desire. Or you can work with me. I can take you to the station. We can repair your ship. I could give you most of your crew back if you like. You could leave and go back to doing whatever it is you've been doing. But you have to work with me.
I just turned towards the window area, and I don't really say much to him.
Okay. So he just sort of sits quietly, looks at his data pad. He says, actually, he turns it around and shows you, and you see footage, like he hits play and shows you something, and you see footage, like grainy security footage of Victor just like having the living shit kicked out of him by some like tough in like camo gear.
I just kind of chuckle to myself.
But he looks like a badass. He looks like he's really fighting back.
He's trying really hard to fight back.
Yeah.
He says to you, Kovacs was the only one that woke up. I don't know if he will again.
I just look back towards the, the window.
Do you want to leave this place?
I when he says that, I turn to him and be like, "So, who are you working for exactly?"
You don't need to know that.
Well, I kind of do. It'd be much easier just to say, "Well, here you go. You can have the payment, and then we'll just be on our way."
He shakes his head and he says, "If he starts to stand up, he says, if you don't want to cooperate, we don't have to have this conversation."
Well, is it money? I've got all the money in the world. I just need to go get to the ship. I can get you whatever you want.
I don't need money, Mr. Higgins.
Well, then what the fuck are you talking to me for? I can't do much else than that.
Tell me about where you found this program. Can
you refer to it as its name?
The AI on the ship. Where did you find it?
Mr. Beelzebub.
He's not going to play that game with you.
I just turned back to him and be like, where we found him, he found us. He pulled our ship in, and he took over the control, and we have basically been operating for him the past couple of months. He gives us our directives, we go and do that, and that's that.
So his look softens a little. Like you've said something that matches the sort of like story he's already got in his head. And he says to you, do you know this woman? And he flips the pad again, and you see the cyborg that installed the computer parts that that woman, you see Odette Rainier on the screen.
Yeah.
And this is probably a good place to take a break because we're right on that edge there.
Nice.
Cool. All right, let's do that.
Okay.
Then we'll take a break and we'll come back and do the final 40 or 45 minutes. We'll see you guys in just a bit. More Swan Song coming up right after this.